Get Over Yourself podcast. Busy time, so much to listen to, and sometimes all you have time for is a little blip. So here we go with the Blip Show. Hey, this recent book has been really stuck in my mind for a long time. Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. He also has another book called The Honeymoon Effect, talking about relationship chemistry and that connection that seems so mysterious but can now be validated by science. So The Biology of Belief talks about the mechanisms by which cells receive and process information and refutes the long-held notion in science that genes and DNA control our cellular biology. Instead, this is quoting from the book description, DNA is controlled by signals from outside the cell, including the energetic messages emanating from our positive and negative thoughts. So this is latest, greatest research in cell biology and quantum physics showing that our bodies can be changed as we retrain our thinking. And the profound insight that has stuck with me and I think about all the time now from Dr. Lipton's book is his contention, validated by scientific study. Not wild, crazy stuff here. Deepak Chopra talks about this a lot in his book, especially Ageless Body, Timeless Mind, one of his first ones. The idea that we are operating 95 to 99% of the time from subconscious programming. So we are very rarely conscious and mindful and in the present and operating from present awareness. Instead, this programming that came in mostly or almost entirely between the ages of 0 to 6, when we were an open book, a sponge, absorbing information from the world and how people interact and what family and relationships are all about, and forming positive self-imagery or negative self-imagery and negative behavior patterns. All this gets programmed in when we're these innocent little kids, and we play it out the rest of our life, basically sleepwalking through life without that conscious awareness. Good example of this is when you get triggered and reactive in an argument and you respond from that defensive position, you lose your emotional control, which you desire to have because you're operating from subconscious. So all these suggestions of taking a deep breath, counting to 10, all those things are an attempt to bring you from or out of flawed subconscious programming and into conscious awareness. So you can actually have control of your life and live it out in the manner that you desire. And boy, that is a real wake-up call when we realize we are not really there and fully present. Another example is when you're in a conversation. Apparently, most of your energy is spent formulating a reply rather than listening carefully to your conversation partner. And we all know how that kind of stuff goes. Similarly, we are most of the time ruminating thoughts in our head that have nothing to do with the present. Brain scientists report that we're thinking somewhere between 12,000 and 60,000 different thoughts per day. That 98% of them are identical to yesterday's thoughts, and that 80% of your subconscious thoughts are negative. So basically, you're playing out a combination of memorized behaviors, emotional reactions, beliefs, and perceptions that run in the background like an app on your smartphone. Time to wake up. I'm telling you, I've been nonstop thinking about this since I read the book months ago. Lipton explains that much of your subconscious programming happens in childhood. The subconscious mind, quote, has the tendency to interfere with our conscious desires by programming undesirable thoughts and behaviors, which could lead to a great deal of stress and turmoil in our lives. So simply becoming aware of this, I find that I have a chance to sit back and reflect on, for example, how my behavior is affecting others, or to seek to understand where people are coming from rather than just respond reflexively with a pat answer that came from flawed childhood programming. Really fun stuff. I encourage you to dig deeper and perhaps read one of the books mentioned. But anyway, at least I got a blip into your mind right now. So become conscious. Think it over, man. Here's a wild idea. How about eating some good, clean, delicious, sustainably raised meat instead of the nasty, trashy feedlot animals, the vast majority of our meat consumption? No wonder there's vegetarians and vegans out there. But look, wild idea buffalo is 100% grass-fed and finished meat. They roam on the open range as they have been for 130,000 years. This wonderful company is doing the best they can to give these animals a good life, harvest them in a humane manner. Check this out. 40 million cattle are slaughtered every year and pushed into the mainstream food supply. You've read books like Fast Food Nation with the disastrous health impact and consequences of this mess. And then, by contrast, 60,000 buffalo a year are harvested. Much more nutritional value, much better feeling deep inside when you order quality meat. Go to wildidea.com, order direct. They'll ship it to your house. It's delicious. You'll be a convert right away. There's nothing in the world like Buffalo Burger. Fantastic. Try it.